Hey guys, welcome to Dev Domain. In today's video, we are going to learn about stop method in thread. So let's start. So stop method is used to terminate a thread immediately, but it's considered unsafe and deprecated. A stop method is used to stop the thread immediately, but sometimes to stop the thread immediately can be unsafe and it is not recommended as well. Now let's see some real life example. Suppose there is a workshop and a mechanic is repairing a car on that workshop. So suddenly the manager comes and tell that mechanic that stop your work right now and go to your home, okay, or do something else. It might be risky. So suppose the mechanic is working on some crucial parts. Suppose he is working on fuel tank, or let's say is tightening the nut bolts of the tires, okay. So it can be risky. Suppose the customer wants the car immediately, then it might risky, okay, to drive that car. This is the real life example of the stop method in thread. So the stop method is used to stop the thread immediately. The managers, okay, so manager came and told that mechanic that stop your work right now, okay. So but sometimes it is considered as unsafe and deprecated. So that means, so sometimes the mechanic is working on some crucial part and it might risky to drive that car. What it does, so what stop method does, so it forces a thread to stop its execution regardless of what it's doing at that moment. Suppose a thread is performing some task. Let's say he has to print the name of the thread for 5 times, and suppose a thread has printed for 3 times its name only, and suppose suddenly we call the stop method, so it will immediately terminate the thread, and for 3 times it will do its task, then remaining 2 times it will not be print the name of the thread. It will print only 3 times and then stop method is called, so the thread will not be executed. The thread has been terminated permanently. Now let's see why stop method is deprecated. So now let's see why the stop method is not recommended. So first is unsafe termination. So a thread is writing something important into a file or updating a database. If you suddenly stop it, it might leave the job half done. Suppose a thread is performing some task like updating a file in the database, and suddenly you have stopped the thread. So it might transfer half data only in the database and the rest of the data will not be stored, okay. So it might be lost. So if we use the stop method, then the unsafe termination can be happen. Next is no cleanup. So normally when a thread finishes, it cleans up after itself, like closing files, releasing memory, or unlocking doors. But if you use stop method, it does not get a chance to do that. Normally, after the task completion of a thread, uh, the thread cleans up itself. So like uh, it might close the file, okay, or release the memory. But if you use stop method, then so the thread does not get the chance to clean up itself. So it is not recommend to use the stop method in that case. Third point is unpredictable state. So if one thread is working with shared data and gets stopped suddenly, other threads might find that data in a broken or incomplete state, which can be make whole program behave strangely or even crash. Suppose there are three threads, T1, T2 and T3, and T1 is sharing the data to the T2 and T3, and suppose we stop the T1 thread, then T2 and T3 will not get the data. Okay, so because T1 is sharing the data with T2 and T3, it might be risky, so the thread will not be get the data. So the T1 on T3 will not be get the data because T1 is sharing the data to T2 and T3. So this is the incomplete state which can crashes the program as well. So this is all about the stop method in thread. So thank you for watching this video.